morning, it's David out there adventures. As you can see, probably see behind me in the lakes again. More of a view. It's another opportunity for me to have a bit of a wander in the lakes, practice my nav, and as usual show you absolutely zero views. Just parked up at Mardale Head and heading up towards Riggindale. From there I'll get up on the high street and see what happens next. It's a pretty bleak day, strong winds forecast, but nothing too much to worry about. And that's a view up the valley at the moment. So we're going to walk around the side towards that woodland you can see just there, pointing with two sticks, and then walk up that ridge and up and up and up and up and up and up and up, and we'll see what happens next depending on the weather. So that's the plan. Okay, so we're up on Riggindale, kind of Riggindale Crags. Really it's a ridge that leads that way, but as always, and I think people are coming to expect, fantastic views from this is like down to this way. Presumably you heard absolutely none of that because, as usual, it's blown a hooey. So I'm on a bit of a consistent streak here in terms of what you're getting to see. Just taking a little bit of a break here. Don't know if you can see the wind whistling past there, but you can take it from me that it is. But I'm just in the lee of it here, so I've got an opportunity to just have a little bit of a break. We'll be dropping down. There's a little tarn, not even a tarn, a little pond really, just further along the ridge, just a little bit further along here, that I'm expecting to get to pretty soon. And then the final climb up long style, which will get us onto the top. And then once we're on the top, the nav will get interesting. Obviously right now I've just had a linear feature to follow, so I haven't really had to worry too much about that. But as we head up that way and climb, we'll get to the stage where we're on that kind of plateau of High Street, and then we'll see what we want to do next. I'm hoping to go around to the south and back to the car that way. There's a little point where Wainwright sat and did a drawing of himself, if you like. You can't sit there and do a drawing of yourself at the same time, but you know what I mean. I'll put a picture of it on just now, and I'm hoping that I can get there and have a little sit down myself in the same spot that Wainwright rested his bot, which would be pretty cool. Okay, so I'll crack on and we'll see what happens next. Okay, so we're at this kind of little saddle on the ridge, if you like. Behind me is the climb up long style, which will take us up to the top of High Street. And there's a little tarn that I was talking about earlier on that just sits here as a nice little indicator and tick off as you're heading your way along the ridge. Weather's as usual when I'm in the lakes. Weather's a bit brutal, that's okay. I don't mind that at all actually, but it's also given me a chance to try out variations on layering. So a few people have asked me about the layering system that I use and how I adapt it to different times of year, because one layering system is great, but actually throughout the year round you do have to tweak it a little bit, and I'm experimenting with different ways to do that. So I'll probably take you through all that stuff at some point when we get a little bit more shelter. Okay, next stop then is the top of there, it's a long style, and of course the top of High Street. So we're at the cairn at the top of the Riggindale climb. The summit is 300 metres that way, so we're almost at the top of High Street now. It's spot on for views. Okay, so 300 metres from here, I'm going to pace it and take a bearing on it and get there direct, just as a bit of practice. High Street summit. Woo! Okay, just tucking in here at the summit. It is pretty wild. The wind speed is increasing. It seems a little bit sooner than forecast, so I'm just gonna get myself off here into some shelter, maybe grab something to eat, and I'll make a decision about where I go next. I've got a couple of escape routes, if you like, from the original horseshoe that I was going to do, which is really useful to have, of course, and I think I'll probably take one of those and get back down sooner rather than later, as it is a bit cheeky up here. Okay, so I'll be back soon. Okay, I'm at the shelter on the Nanbeeld Pass. It's continuing to be just wild. So down this way, straight to Mardale. Up that way would take me up onto another hill. I've got Kentmere that way, and back up this way would take me up on the High Street. I think the best thing for me to do right now in reality is just to get off the hill, really. I think I've been doing this long enough to know when it's time to just pack it in. I think, being by myself on the hill, it's probably wise to do that. So I won't get a chance to sit where Wainwright's at. I'm sure he won't mind that. And I'm going to head down to Martin. So I've got about 2 kilometres to do down to the car. I'm not really want to put my gloves off to start and stop the camera, so I actually pressed record with my nose to get this footage. You alright, buddy?
It's not the day for it, is it?
You want to get in here, mate? So I'm packing in for the day.
Are you?
Aye. Oh dear. Well, I'm down to small water now. I think it's called small water. Yeah. Still not challenging, but it's a little bit hostile up here today.